Hi, it's Dave with DavesTR4. Thanks for coming back to my channel. I hope everybody had a nice Thanksgiving. I certainly did. I ate too much, which is kind of a normal thing around here. So anyway, the reason I'm posting this video is I wanted to go over some things I want to do to the car this winter. It's kind of a side note. We're planning on doing another long trip this summer, and kind of in the June-July time frame. And I'll talk about that a little bit later, maybe not in this video, but anyway, it's forcing me to go a little bit deeper into the maintenance on the car. Number one, it's going to be probably around 3,000 miles, 3,000 to 4,000 miles, and we're heading out west. And more importantly, the wife's coming along, so I want to make sure that we don't have any mechanical issues. Anyway, you can understand the stress I'm under right now. But so the first thing I want to do is address a slowly increasing oil leak out of my transmission, and it looks like it's coming out of the from around the O-rings that seal the 3 shift rods on the transmission. So I'll show you the evidence I've found, but it's basically leaking oil quite significantly out of the transmission. Up to this point, it's been about every 500 to 1,000 miles I'll check the level of the oil in the transmission. I might need half a cup or something like that. But it's gotten worse now, so I really need to get that fixed. So I'm gonna first of all show you the way it's coming out, or the evidence of it coming out first. Let's do that. Okay, so here you can see where the sludge was forming on the back of the overdrive, where it's just dripping down off of the bottom of the shift forks. And it actually goes down both sides of the annulus and pours out onto the exhaust and then hits the floor too. So that's the issue I'm dealing with right now. So I'll go ahead and show you the cover here in a second. So here's the underside of. Well, here's my. If you can see, here's my top cover, and then you can see there's a whole lot of oil around the back of these, where these O-rings go in. So, and I'm sure they're the originals, so they're pretty well shot. This greaser is just, that red grease is just what I had in the for the shift fork. But the one thing I wanted to mention too is I had another top cover. Boy, lighting is really bad here. Let me get this better. Okay, so I had another top cover, and when I tried to take these little square bolts off, they basically just twisted off. And I guess it's kind of a crapshoot, whether you can get those loose or not. I think the ones I did get one off on my other cover, and I think it had some kind of seal, like Loctite or something on it. These don't. So anyway, this is it. This is a 5/16 3/8 drive, square-headed socket, and it works great for these. I can just stick this on here, and they just backed right out. And as a matter of fact, the first and second, I think this is first and second, and then this is third and fourth. These two were almost loose, so. That was a little troubling too. So what I have to do basically. Also, and I downloaded a real nice article, if you can see it here, from Buckeye Triumphs on rebuilding this top cover. Well, actually, it's part of a whole transmission rebuild. It's just one loop in the whole thing. So I'm going to kind of follow these instructions or recommendations to rebuild this thing. So anyway, at this point I have it's Sunday, so tomorrow I'm going to order new O-rings for these guys, and that should take care of getting this done. And then there's a couple other things I want to do too. Actually, one of them is this is the rubber pedal for my clutch. I'm kind of proud of this because I've used the car so much it actually fell off. So that's kind of I think I might just nail this to the wall or something just as a trophy. But so anyway, I got 2 new ones from the Roadster factory. Another issue is, for some reason, the clutch return spring on the pedal assembly broke. So got to get that replaced. And then I bought a new seal and hardware for the transmission tunnel, just to get the drafts, try to get the heat from coming in the car, because it's on management's side of the car, and that can never end well. So anyway, hopefully that'll help. And then the only other thing that I'm going to do, well, there's a couple other things. The next thing I'm going to do is I want to get a new ball for the what do they call that? It's the valve body or something for the overdrive. It's the little balls in the top. It has a little metering rod underneath it. I need to get a new one of those and seat it with a brass drift. I didn't do that before. The overdrive works perfect, but it doesn't shift real fast, and I think that's what it is. That ball's just not seated, or not mating real well with the brass seat. So want to get that done. And then the last thing for right now is I had a rattle in the exhaust, and so I've taken off the exhaust. I want to go through all that and get that cleaned up and remounted so it's all fit, working good. So, but anyway, I think that's about it, other than the normal stuff I'm going to do, like oil changes. I think it's this year I have to flush the brakes. I think I have to look on my records. I try to do that every other year, but I think I drove about probably 10,000 miles this year in it, and no problems. Well, other than this, what I'm fixing now. So anyway, I hope you guys have some projects you're going to finish up on your car this year or this winter. And when I get the parts, or those O-rings, I'll go ahead and post a video on that, so you can see how easy or hard it is to replace those O-rings on this cover. So anyway, that's it for now, and stay tuned.